Good morning. In my various videos on this road trip, I've mentioned Route Napoleon quite frequently. So not everyone will know what Route Napoleon is. So I thought I'd give you a very, very brief history about Route Napoleon. Um, it's called Route Napoleon because it's the route taken by Napoleon from near to Grasse in the south of France, that's by Cannes, if that helps, to Grenoble on his return from exile in Elba in 1815. There are now main routes along there, and they coincide with parts of Route N85, D1085, and D4085. So the route starts actually at Gulf Juan, my pronunciation's rubbish, someone will correct that, which is where Napoleon disembarked in March 1815, and that began the 100 days that ended at Waterloo. We all know the result of Waterloo. But Napoleon led around 1,000 men, horses, and equipment along Route Napoleon, completed the journey to Grenoble in less than 7 days, and from there he proceeded to Paris, where he took the throne. So that's the brief history of Route Napoleon. It runs through the foothills of the Alps with quite a few level changes. Makes for an interesting driving road. It's quite twisty. It's really good fun in a good car. So that's why we chose Route Napoleon. So where is Route Napoleon on a map? So I've shown the whole map of France here, and Route Napoleon, oops, I've covered part of it up. Route Napoleon starts all the way down here at Grenoble. So you can see that was a long way from near Le Mans, where we started, and we did our 1 day long motorway route to Grenoble. But the key part then of Route Napoleon runs from Grenoble down here. So looking more close up on this map, you can see Grenoble where we started, and on the first day we followed Route Napoleon down to Sisteron. That in reality only took a couple of hours because we started in the afternoon in Grenoble after we did the cable car. Reasonably interesting bit of road, not as interesting as the latter parts. We spent the night in Sisteron. That was a very quiet town. I think if you've seen the other video, you'll have noticed the most active resident I saw was a snail. From Sisteron, we then pick up Route Napoleon, the southern part of Route Napoleon. Now, this was easily the most interesting part of the route. It is quite high up. The highest pass we did was 984 metres above sea level, so that is not far from the height of Snowdon. So for those who don't come from the UK, Snowdon is the highest mountain in Wales. So that route was much more interesting. We stopped, I've written lunch here, but that's incorrect. We stopped at Castellane for a coffee in the morning. Castellane, pretty medieval town, dwarfed by quite a large mountain with a statue of what I think is Christ on the top. There are a lot of tourists there, so we had a coffee, then moved on. The next bit of Route Napoleon was absolutely fantastic. Some beautiful driving roads. Once we got past the slow traffic, great fun. Just what the car's made for. And then we went to Grasse, which is where we stopped for lunch. And after lunch, we split up temporarily. Robert went on to Mandelieu-la-Napoule, which is here, which is where we stayed for 3 days. I actually went to Nice Airport, which is over here, to collect my wife before driving back to Mandelieu. So, that's Route Napoleon, fantastic driving road, something that I've always wanted to do. It's well known amongst sort of car and bike enthusiasts as being a great road to drive.
So you join me here on the road early in the morning. We've left Sisteron just after 8 o'clock. It's been pretty cold overnight, temperatures down to 4 degrees C, but we're expecting it to clear up during the day, so we should have a decent drive for the rest of the day. Well, we've just about completed Route Napoleon. We're dropping down now into Grasse, which is where we park company for today. I will head off to Nice Airport to pick up Louise, and Robert will continue on to Mandelia-la-Napoule, which is where we're staying for the next 3 days. Thank you very much for watching.